We are live.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the July 16th regular meeting of the East Hampton Town Board. Carol, would you please read the roll call?
Councilwoman Burke Gonzalez.
Present.
Councilman Lees.
Present.
Councilwoman Overby.
Here.
Councilman Bragman.
Here.
Supervisor Van Scoyac.
Present. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This morning, we have a public portion where any member of the public can call us, comment, ask questions. But before we get into that, we have our town crier, Hugh King, with us today. Good morning, Hugh.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to report that last meeting, the town historian made a few mistakes and left a few things out. So we're going to correct that today. The first question was, what part of the town gave the most soldiers to the Civil War? And Councilwoman Gonzalez's answer was Sag Harbor, and that was correct. Springs is not the correct answer. Okay. Springs sent about 40 or 50 people to the Civil War. East Hampton sent about 150 altogether, but Sag Harbor sent over 400 men to fight in the Civil War. Even if only part of them came from the East Hampton section, it's still many more than Springs. Councilwoman Gonzalez, where did you find your answer? Where did you look?
I Googled it, and there was a number of different documents that came up. I would have to go back and look, Hugh, and let you know.
Well, that would be interesting to find out where you.
What's interesting is that I did find a lot of an article from Newsday where you were quoted talking about this.
Oh, okay. That was probably wrong too then. Councilman Lees, where did you find the answer to your question about George McClellan?
I'm trying to remember where it was. I had a thought it was a different McClellan initially. That was another military engineer general that visited out here for the life-saving service. But in fact, he was from Indiana. I looked in, and there's a document that's online also that tells about all Civil War in East Hampton. I just put those together and found that. I can get that over to you.
Well, and did you come to the lecture in January at
Yes.
the East Hampton Historical Society?
Yes, I like to go to them all.
Well, George McClellan was mentioned there as being...
That's where it was, Hugh. That's where it was. That's where it was. I apologize.
No. Okay, when we were talking about windmills, we left a windmill out of the 11 windmills, and it was the Beebe windmill in Bridgehampton. It started in Sag Harbor, and it was built for Lester Beebe, and that windmill is the famous flag on the mill, ship in the bay. When a whaling ship came in, they put a flag on that windmill. It was moved to Bridgehampton, and it wound up on the Berwyn Estate on Ocean Road, and it has all ironworks in it. That's why that windmill is so different. Councilwoman Overby, where did you get the information that you got? Where did you do your research?
I did my research through someone in my neighborhood who was very familiar and sent me an email saying, here's the answer to your question.
Well,
Good to have friends.
Carmine DeSuno was the first DeSuno to come here, and he bought up, as you said, all that land down where the Natals lived, the Napolillos, and the Delapolis. And Mr. DeSuno worked for the railroad. He was a hostler. So if you go down Bunker Hill Road, the last house was Mr. DeSuno's, and the railroad stopped there.
There's a turntable.
Pardon me?
There was a turntable there.
That's exactly right. And that's why Mr. DeSuno's house was perfect, because he could go out there and tend to the trains at night. What did I do? I hit something here. Okay.
No, you're still good.
Okay. All right. So, and those 4 families that came here, they all came from the same town in Italy, Cuso.
I didn't know that. Yep.
Yep. All right. Now, I didn't make it clear that Councilman Bragman actually unearthed the beginning of 2 historical buildings in his research. He found the neighborhood house, with the Herrick family and the Gallatin family, but he also found the beginning of St. Matthew's Chapel, which was on 3 Mile Harbor Road. And that chapel was the beginning of Calvary Baptist Church. They first met in there, and then in the 1960s, they marched from that St. Matthew's Chapel down 3 Mile Harbor Road, across Jackson Street, down Springs Fireplace Road to the church, which was just in the basement at that time. Where did you find that guy's diary? You found the diary of the minister, Councilman Bragman.
I think all the information came from the East Hampton Historical Society.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think that was the source.
Okay. That guy's diary is in the Long Island room, that minister's diary that you found about.
Uh-huh.
And that's where he says that the Native Americans and African Americans and the white citizens all used that church at one time. Okay, I'm going to talk about the Hedges Parsons Cemetery, then I'm going to give you your next question, okay?
There's more?
Councilman
But
Lee
wait, there's
mentioned
more.
that the Hedges Parsons Cemetery is being worked on. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. Well, you know who's buried there? David Diamond Parsons. David Diamond Parsons built the original Springs General Store in 1848. And before that, he was selling out of his house. Where was his house? I think his house must have been where John and Enrica Connor's house is, because that's where the cemetery is. And I think his house was moved, that David Diamond Parsons house, on Springs Fireplace Road, and Robert and Hilda Talmadge supposedly lived in that house. Okay? So thank you for doing that work. And now I hear you're on to the Oak Grove Cemetery.
This board discussion is about moving forward with a plan to expand that cemetery. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for doing both of those things, board members. And here's your questions. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Councilwoman Gonzalez. Who was Amagansett and East Hampton's most famous historian? All right. Question for Councilman Lease. What was the free life and what happened to it?
Sorry, the free light.
The free life. What was the free life? Supervisor Van Scoyoc, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What famous minister lived in the present Village Hall? What famous minister lived in the present East Hampton Village Hall?
The Baker House?
No. Okay, Councilwoman Overby. What was said to be East Hampton's original name?
Okay.
And Councilman Bragman?
Yes.
Where could you buy a Studebaker in the 1950s in East Hampton? And that's it. Hopefully I have no mistakes this week.
And we'll
gonna get on
source our material.
I'm going to get on my homework right away, you.
Okay, well,
Trying to improve my grade.
oh yes, that's right. You're only one way to go,
That's right.
Going up.
It's all up from here. Right?
Okay, well, at the next meeting, I'll send the town historian. Hopefully, won't make any mistakes this time. All right.
And Hugh, that meeting is Thursday, August 6th at 2 p.m.
Oh, wait a minute. Thank you. August 6th, 2 p.m. Got it.
Thanks so much, Hugh. It's great to see you.
Thank you all.
You stay safe and be well.
Okay. Okay, honey, we did it.
At this point in the meeting, we'll take public comment. Michael, do we have any callers on the line?
There are no callers currently on the line.
Okay. Well, I guess we can move forward with resolutions. Please just send me a message. If and when we get callers on the line, and we'll take a break to listen
No
to
problem.
their concerns. Kathy, do you have a resolution to offer?
I do, starting with Resolution 2020-695. It's approval of the warrant. Claims total $9,333,556.82. And the utility warrant totals $88,088.82. And I just want to make comment that the warrant is high this time around because we are paying Suffolk County Water Authority for installing the water mains in Wainscott. That total project cost was $12.6 million. We received a grant in the amount of approximately $5.1 million. So the cost of the town is $7.5 million, and that's what drives up the claims this month.
And I just want to point out that cost is a town-wide cost. Even though the water district is in Wayne-Scott Hamlet, the cost would be borne across all taxpayers. We felt that it was important to have that as a town-wide cost.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried.
2020-696 is an amendment to Resolution 2020-406 in Human Services. And if you recall, we had done we have a donation that we had gotten from a very generous community member. We had used $30,000 of that to purchase a chill blast freezer. That equipment came in much less than the $30,000, and we've been using those funds to cover additional COVID-19 required items, for instance, for things for delivering meals and whatnot, and also masks and other equipment. So we just wanted to recognize that by resolution.
First of all, thank you for the support from that individual to the senior programs, and I second the resolution.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
I have 2020-697 to offer. This is to appoint a seasonal recreational aide in the recreational department, Sayasha Street, hourly rate of $14 per hour, effective July 17th, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed and carried.
I have resolution 2020-698. This is appoint a student intern 1 in the aquaculture department, Maya Judge, at the hourly rate of $15 an hour, effective July 20th, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
I have 2020-695 is approved the temporary position for Ashley Oliver as an environmental aide. No change in status, salary, or budget account, effective retroactive July 8th, 2020 through August 6th, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed and carried.
I have 2020-700 is promotion to maintenance mechanic 3 to Lee P. Colombo and the Department of Parks. He's hereby promoted to the full-time position, maintenance mechanic 3 in the Department of Parks, at an hourly rate of $25.60 for $53,250.91 annually. Grade 18 offset for a 40-hour work week, effective retroactive to July 8th, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
I have resolution 2020-701. This is the rescheduled notice to bidders for EH20-012. This is the Sag Harbor Stormwater Abatement Program for Bay Street Marine Park. The bids are due on August 13th, 2020. You can contact the senior purchasing agent at 159 Panago Road on Thursday, August 13th, 2020 at 3 p.m. That's when the bids have to be received. There will be a pre-bid meeting and a site visit that has been rescheduled to 11 a.m. on Tuesday, July 27th at Marine Park. Face mask must be worn, and attendance is strongly suggested but not mandatory. Any questions, please contact our purchasing agent at 324-4141.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
I have 2020-702, a budget modifications for beaches from Parks and Recreation. This will be for $400.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 703 is an oyster gardening program refund. It's for Jeremy Fitzgerald in the amount of $250 payable out of the proper fund. Upon properly submitted voucher, he decided not to do that this summer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2020-704 is to authorize payment of Isabella Lewis for the Art Apart website design and registration management. The total cost is $750, and it is in our budget for that, for East Hampton Arts Council.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried.
Resolution 2020-705 is to authorize McKissick appraisal continuing education online totaling 14 hours. This is for Jill Massa, and the amount is $402.49.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried.
Resolution 2020-706 is to refund a license fee that was paid by Hyannis Air Service for desk space in the airport. They chose not to renew their contract, but inadvertently paid the first quarter in the amount of $12,500, and the resolution authorizes the return.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried.
Resolution 2020-707 is a resolution accepting the bid of East Hampton Airport for East Hampton Airport mowing. It's to Suburban Maintenance and Landscaping, and it's in the amount of $15,769 for 2 mowings annually.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried.
Resolution 2020-708 is a motion to advertise for bids. The bid specifications are going to be available July 23rd, 2020, and it'll be opened on August 6th, 2020, and the specifications can be obtained. We're doing them a little differently with the COVID changes. That they can be obtained by emailing Jeannie Carosa or the purchasing department, or calling the office of the senior purchasing agent between 9 and 4.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried.
Resolution 2020-709 is a notice to bidders for aircraft apron lighting improvements. Again, the specifications are available July 23rd, 2020. The bid will be opened August 6th, 2020, and it's the same mechanism to obtain the specifications.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 2020-710 is a notice of public hearing for the East Hampton Water Supply District Fire Protection Agreement, and that will actually take place. We're going to amend that to August 6th at 2 p.m., not 11 a.m.
Second is amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 711 is the notice of public hearing, Montauk Fire District Agreement 2021 through 2023. And again, that hearing will be on August, where is that?
August 6th.
August 6th, and again at 2 p.m., not 11 a.m.
Second is amended to 2 p.m.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed and carried. Resolution 712 is to appoint full-time auto mechanic 1 in the Highway Department, Ryan Albano, and that is at an hourly rate of $19.13, $39,802.88 annually. And that's retroactive to July 6th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. 713 is to appoint police officer in East Hampton Town Police Department, Michelle Miller, and that's at an annual salary of $56,289.08. Congratulations, Michelle. We're very, very pleased to have you on board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. Resolution 714, appoint traffic control officers, East Hampton Town Police Department, Christopher Pitts, and that is an hourly rate of $14, and that's effective July 19th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. 715, we have a status change from part-time to seasonal for police officers Jake Lee Bramwell and Michelle Miller. And that's retroactive effective May 15th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed and carried. 716 is payout of compensatory time to Kathleen Rude, and that's approximately 220 hours. There is a maximum at which town employees can accumulate, and she's maxed out at $7,500 is the amount, and that to be paid out of budget line A1315-51100.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed and carried. 717 is resolution to amend 2018-1425, which is a resolution that Automotive Mechanic 3 was upgraded to grade 20 back in 2018. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the correct grade for Automotive Mechanic 3 is hereby amended to be grade 22, Schedule A, retroactive January 1, 2019.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. 718 is notice bidders EH20-026, purchase and delivery of commercial electric mower, and that bid is available July 16th and due back July 30th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. Resolution 719 is a notice RFP EH2020-105 Lake Montauk Stormwater Abatement Design Reproposal. Proposals available July 16th, 2020 and due back on August 13th, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. 720 is to reschedule date of proposal consulting engineer services for the map and plan for the wastewater collection system for downtown Montauk. RFP EH2020-101. The proposal is due on September 24th, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried. Resolution 721 is a budget modification, auto repair insurance for police, and that is moving from health insurance police $6,800 to motor vehicle repairs and police.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passed and carried. 722 is to increase the improvement of EH garbage and refuse district facilities, and that is that would be in the amount of total cost of $496,000, which would include a CAT payloader for the tipping floor, roll-off containers, and trash, and a truck for moving trash. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. 723 is a bond for $496,000 to acquire various equipment for the use of the EH Garbage Refuse District. And that I just previously mentioned that increase. That would be the bond. So we'll have a second.
Second.
You have a roll call, Carol?
Councilwoman Burke Gonzalez,
Aye.
Councilman Lees,
Aye.
Councilwoman Overby,
Aye.
Councilman Bragman,
Aye.
Supervisor Van Scoyac.
Aye. Passed and carried. We have resolution 724 is a notice of public hearing for the Northwest Fire Protection District Agreement, and that hearing will be on August 6th at 2 p.m. No, it's listed here as 11 a.m. And again, we're going to have that meeting at 2 p.m. due to the village having their meeting at 11.
Second is amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. Do we have any additional resolutions?
I do. I have an additional resolution. It's resolution ID number 23076. It's to adopt the CARES Act money, and this was the meals for the senior nutrition at approximately at $10,693, and administrative support for rental assistance at $5,000.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed and carried. Any other resolutions to be offered? Michael, do we have any callers on the line?
Yes, we do have one caller on the line. I will bring them into the meeting right now.
Thank you very much.
Hello, caller. You're live with the Town Board of East Hampton. Could you please state your name?
Hi, thank you. Yes, it's Katie Casey from the East Hampton Housing Authority.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Everybody looks
Very
good?
well, thanks. Thank you.
I was calling. I listened in today. I was hoping there might be some discussion about an affordable housing overlay application that was submitted in December. I'm hoping to, I guess, spark conversation or maybe get some guidance from the board about next steps to proceed with that application.
Hi, Katie. We've communicated about this via email, and I've actually followed up with Sylvia on it. We had a little brief exchange of emails, I think the next step is to put it on a work session agenda. I've discussed with Katie the fact that the plan, the proposal for the property in question is not completed. It's not it doesn't have the detail that would be necessary to submit it to the planning board, which I think should be done as soon as possible. But I think it merits a discussion on the. I think probably the most important issue is the yield, the number of units, and I think it's worth having a public discussion on that. But I will get it on at the next work session, subject to the board wanting to discuss it.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd support that.
Okay, terrific. And I'm sorry, refresh my memory. Does that have to go to a public hearing before
Yes.
For the overlay
um,
district, it does, yes. So we would have to schedule a
it
public
requires
hearing.
a hearing?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure I know what's coming on my horizon here.
This should be in line
All
with our prior communications.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
Good to hear
Thank
from
you, Katie. It's good to hear from you. Do we have any other callers on the line, Michael?
No, there are no more callers on the line.
So I guess we could schedule that for the 21st at our next work session.
Okay, good.
Oh, if you want to submit that when we put out requests for topics, Jeff,
We'll do that.
We'll get it on.
Great.
Any other matter that the board needs to discuss? Any other resolutions to offer? We do have need to go into exec session with outside counsel for matters of litigation. And the specific time I can't give you right at this moment, but I will send an email and subsequent Zoom link to do that. The outside counsel is going to have a brief period of time between other meetings that he's in, and I suspect we'll be able to have this in the next hour or so with him, but I'll confirm offline and get back to you. So I'll entertain a motion to go into exec session to discuss litigation.
A motion to go into exec session to discuss litigation with a time to be determined.
Second.
All in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
All right, Pastor Carey, thank you very much, everyone. Be safe, be well out there. We have still the need to make sure we're wearing masks and distancing as much as possible. The virus is still with us. Don't let your guard down. Enjoy, be well. Thank you.
Thank you.